All right, shalom, shalom. This is the brother Shakar here with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakak Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone from which I learned his truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the whole full elect. Shalom. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start off here in the book of Baruch. Chapter 1. And let me see. I'm going to start off in verse 17. And it reads, it says, "For we have sinned before the Lord." See, now this is speaking about, us as Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans as a nation. This is what we have done to the Lord, man. We've rebelled against the Lord. We've sinned against him. We've transgressed, against his law, statutes, and commandments, and been rebellious, toward his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. See, this is what we have done. It says, "And disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord, our power to walk in the commandments, see, that he gave us openly." It says, "Since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt unto this present day, we have been disobedient unto the Lord our power, and we have been negligent, in not hearing his voice." See, in the voice of the Lord, that's the prophets, just like it is unto this day, man. The Lord has raised up his prophets again, and you got the majority of Israelites, the majority of our people, that they're not taking heed, they're not listening. It says, "Wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curse, which the Lord appointed by Moses, his servant, at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt." Those curses going back, to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Starting at the 15th verse, on down to the 68th verse. That's the curses, that have been poured upon us as a people, as a nation. It says, "To give us a land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day." It says, "Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our power, according unto all the words of the prophets, whom he sent unto us." Again, just like it is today. The Lord has sent prophets, unto the people, but the people, they're not hearkening, they're not listening, just being rebellious, stiff-necked, hard-headed. It says, "But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart," meaning his own wicked mind. It says, "to serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of the Lord our power." And again, it's the same thing today, man. Our people are serving these strange gods, which is, it's just idols. So-called white man Jesus the Christ, that's a big idol. You got the people celebrating all these so-called holidays, which all go back to some type of pagan worship. See, this is what our people do, man. They worship money. The man worships the woman. The woman's bugged out of her mind. Worshiping the world, things of the world. You see, this is what our people are doing. Let me go to the next chapter. I'm gonna get a couple verses in the next chapter. It says, this is Baruch 2:1. It says, "Therefore the Lord had made his word." It says, "Therefore the Lord had made good his word, which he pronounced against us. And against our judges that judged Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah." So this is all 12 tribes. You got the southern kingdom and you got the northern kingdom. It says, "To bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem. According to the things that were written in the law of Moses." This goes right hand in hand with Daniel, the 9th chapter. Let's get that. Daniel chapter 9. And let's go to verse 11. Right to the point. It says, "Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they may not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us. And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him." See, again, this is what we have done, as a nation, as a people. It says, "As he had confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as hath been done, okay, upon Jerusalem. See, that's why our people had to go into what? Brutal captivity. You see, you had the so-called Negroes, which is the southern tribe, go into a very brutal captivity. And then before that, okay, you had the so-called Native American, so-called Hispanic people, okay, be put into what? A brutal captivity as well. You know, and this is all the tribes, okay, from Judah, okay, all the way down to Issachar, okay, and we were put in the hands of these devils, okay, because if you just look at it, it's the same devil that did it, okay. It's a so-called white man, okay. He has us in his hands, see, and we're being oppressed together right now, see, even to this day. Again, this all goes back to what? Our disobedience, okay. This goes back to what? The transgressions that we done as a people, okay. But now in this time, okay, you have a remnant, as the scripture says, a remnant shall return. Let's get that. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. See, and who smote us? All the nations, really, okay, but really that main villain, okay, that main culprit is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, just look at his track record. Okay, it's very well documented. Okay, what he did to the so-called Native American, so-called Hispanic people, and then what he did to the so-called Negro people. Okay, there's been movies, there's been books. Okay, if you just go to Google, you can find out all kinds of information. Okay, what this devil has done. Okay, but he's trying to hide it. Let me read that again. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon them that smote them. Again, it was all these nations, but that main nation, okay, that did this is the so-called white man, okay, which is Esau, the Edomites. It says, but shall stay upon the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai, the Holy One of Israel in truth. See, those that of the remnant, those are the hopeful elect. Okay, they're not going to look towards this devil, okay, for anything. Okay, no, that they're going to stay upon, okay, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai, and seek his ways. You see, it says, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, see, unto the mighty power. See, and again, this is speaking about the hopeful elect. Okay, but you got 2/3 of our people, okay, they're not going to change, man. They're going to remain in that worldly mindset. They're going to remain, okay, doing the things, okay, that they've always done. But again, as Israelites, okay, we've all transgressed against the Lord. See, so the Lord's going to have to what? He's going to have to try us. You see, we're going to have to be tried as gold, okay, in the fire. That's why we have to go through these things. Okay, that's why we're still under the curses. You see, so it's not until the Lord Yahweh Shai returns, as the scripture says, and then there shall be no more curse. Okay, but we're still under the hands, okay, of these devils to this day, and we're still under the curses. But this just goes back to what? To us being disobedient. You see, so the Lord, he has to what? He has to try us. See, and all our people are going to be tried. You see, from the least to the greatest. You see, whether it's going to be during the time of the destruction, okay, 2/3 2/3 will be tried in that time, okay, or those that are of the hopeful elect, okay, that are going through what? Their trials and tribulations. See, we all got to be tried. The Lord said what? Enter ye in through that narrow path, okay, that straight gate. Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 13. And it says, enter ye in at the straight gate. It says in that word straight going into what? A path of difficulty. So there's going to be trials. There's going to be tribulations. Okay, things that we got to go through, sufferings. You see, it says, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. See, and many there be which go in thereat. See, a matter of fact, 2/3 just here in America, so-called America, Babylon the Great. 2 out of every 3 Israelites will die here. Why? Because they're walking through that wide gate. Okay, they're remaining in the mindset of the world. See, they're still hanging on, okay, to the ways of the heathens. It says, because straight is the gate, see, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. Again, that narrow and straight gate is going to be a very hard road. You see, but this is something that we have to do, okay, as Israelites. That position of difficulty, okay, has to be put upon us. You see, those are the hopeful elect. Why? Because we don't want to be judged with the world. You see, let me read that again. It says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So that 1/3, okay, the elect, okay, whoever they may be, Lord's will, we be a part of that number. But again, you're going to have 2/3 that they're going to have to be put to death here in so-called America, Babylon the Great. Because those are the hopeful elect. They don't want to be judged with the world. Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, and verse 32. See, it says, but when we are judged, because we are chastened of the Lord. See, we're pretty much getting a spanking, okay, from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, that's why we got to go through various trials and tribulations. You see, but this is going to be the case for all Israel. Every Israelite's going to have to be purged. You see, whether it's in this time now, okay, or it's going to be in that destruction. It says that we should not be condemned with the world. See, and a very heavy, okay, condemnation is coming, okay, upon the world, especially here in so-called America, Babylon the Great. And also the Lord's allotted, okay, different places to be destroyed. You see, we know the land of Israel got to be destroyed, okay, and so-called America, man. But let's go to Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, see, and that land is that is speaking of is so-called America, Babylon the Great. Listen, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So 2 out of every 3 Israelites, okay, will die here in so-called America. See, but the 3rd shall be left therein. The 3rd is speaking about the remnant, okay, the elect, ultimately. It says, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire. See, through the literal fire, okay, that's coming, and also through what? The trials, the tribulations, okay, that we must endure. It says, and will refine them as silver is refined. It says, and will try them as gold is tried. It says, they shall call on my name, see, and I will hear them. See, that's why we got to have those names. See, we got to have the name of the Father, which is Yahweh, and we got to have the name of the Son, which is Yahushai. It says, I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is my power. You see, so either way, okay, whether you're going to get tried on this side, okay, through the trials and tribulations as a member of the hopeful elect, okay, or you're going to have or you're going to have that brutal trial, okay, which is going to be what? Which is going to be that destruction. You see? Because every Israelite, okay, must be tried. See, just as when they bring in that charagma, which is going to come upon the whole earth, okay, that's going to be a big trial. You see, the which, hey, the Lord got to put the Spirit upon you to pass it. Okay, the Lord got to put that Spirit upon you to reject, okay, that mark of the beast. Let's go real quick to Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. See, and it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, okay, patience going to what? Suffering. It says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Okay, so that's going to be what? The time of testing. It says, which shall come upon all the world. See, that's going to come upon everybody. It says, to try them, see, that dwell upon the earth. Why? Because Israel scattered, okay, through the 4 corners of the earth. You see, this is going to be a major trial, okay? This is going to be a major a test, okay, to Israel, whether or not, okay, okay, they believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay, or they're going to trust in the so-called white man, okay, which is the devil, okay, that the Bible speaks about, okay? Who are you going to show your allegiance to? Okay, is it going to be to this damn devil, okay, or is it going to be to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? Again, the Lord is going to have to put that Spirit upon you, okay, not to take that mark. You see, but this is all part of what? Being tried. Again, as Israelites, we all got to be tried. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter, then I'll close out with this. 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, and let's start off at verse 6. It says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. This is speaking about the kingdom of heaven. It says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. See, like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left deep water. It says, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. See, that path is so small that only one man, okay, or woman, okay, can go there at once. You see? and it's so small, it's gonna be like a balance beam, because you have to have balance, okay, as you walk, through this straight gate. You see, again, as fire on one side and water and deep water on the other. Okay, you go to one side or the other. Hey, that's gonna cause what? That's gonna cause your deletion. So this path is so narrow, okay, that again you have to what? You have to walk circumspectly. Okay, you have to walk with balance. You see, and that's not easy. So that's why it's called that straight gate. Okay, that narrow path. You see, verse 9, it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, it says, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So if you don't go through it, okay, how are you going to receive the kingdom? Okay, we got to go through it. Listen, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. So all Israel, okay, got to go through this. Okay, nobody's going to be exempt, okay, from being tried. Everybody's got to go, okay, through that trial. Okay, whether it be on this side, going through the trials and tribulations as the hopeful elect, okay, or it's going to be as a 2/3, okay, being destroyed when that destruction comes. Let me read this in the NLT. Then I'll go ahead and close it out. Let me get the same chapter and verses in the NLT. Not the NLT, the Good News Translation, Salakia. Let me get that in the Good News Translation. This is the book of 2nd Esdras. Chapter 7. And let's go to verse 6. And it says, or take another example, picture a city built on a plain. The city is full of all kinds of good things. Again, this is speaking about the kingdom. It says the one path. It says the one path between the fire and the water is so narrow that only one person at a time may walk on it. Again, it's like a balance beam. Okay, a little short space. Again, where only one individual can go. Okay, one at a time. You see. Again, nobody's gonna go, okay, through this narrow and straight path with you. Okay, it's for you. See, nobody's gonna hold your hand. Everybody's got to go through it. Okay, as Israelites, it says, if anyone inherits this city, see, he cannot take possession of his inheritance. Listen, without passing through this dangerous entrance. So we all got to go through it. Okay, again, whether it's through the trials and tribulations, okay, we're going through now. Or hey, those are gonna get destroyed in the destruction, man. Those who are gonna have those who are gonna be purged, okay, through that fire. It says, that is right, sir, I said. That is how it is with the people of Israel. He added, you see again. So this is something that we all gotta go through, okay, as Israelites, in order to what? In order to receive, okay, that glorious kingdom. You see, without having to go, okay, through these difficulties, okay, we're not going to get it. You see, that's why it's very important to endure. Okay, it's very important to take heed, okay, to the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. To stay fervent in prayer. Okay, to continue to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Okay, that way, when these days come, these days of evil come, okay, the Lord is with us. You see. And then the Lord could put a strong faith upon us, okay, not to take that mark of the beast, not to take, okay, that karagma. You see, but again, it's already written that 2/3 of our people, just in so-called America, Babylon the Great, they're going to die here. You see, so they're going to be tried in what? They're going to be tried in that destruction. So with that, Lord willing, if this lesson was edifying, I'm going to close out and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Badash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.